Hello and welcome to a new stream. Dude, so sad that you're sick, that one guy. So sad. But yeah, you're getting better, so I guess it's not going to be that long, or I hope it's not going to be that long until you get better. And Nick is here too, just gambling. What's up, Nick? How is it going? And you say, yeah, do you feel better from Friday? Um, from the last Friday? Oh yeah, I feel better. I do feel a lot better. I think it was like just mainly Monday and Tuesday that I was a little bit down. Well, on the weekend too. But yeah, I think I feel a lot better. If that's what you're talking about, I feel a lot better. So today, I've already done some changes off camera, and those changes were mainly. Do you remember that we had the animation for the big guy all messed up? Well, now it isn't anymore. So let me show you uh, the walking animation, because it was a super silly mistake actually. Let me show you. And Goofy Guy Goobus is here and says hi. What's up, Goofy Guy Goobus? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? So here, yeah, let me show you actually how it looks. And in here, well, it's not going to. I think the first try at a charge, like he doesn't move at all, and also he gets stuck sometimes walking. But the walking animation itself, you can see it's a lot better. And if I pause over here and go right around here, you'll see that the one of the foot is slightly like moved, and that's because I haven't reset the values properly. But you can see like the walking doesn't get like the stutter it got the other days. So yeah. And how or what did I change to make this work? Actually, it was a very simple thing. So on the walk animation, everything that or all that I'm doing is basically I'm asking if I can walk, or sorry, if I cannot walk. So can walk is false. I'm gonna reset the timer, the sync timer, to sync the animations. I'm gonna do the walking animation current keyframe index is going to be 0, like basically reset the animation. And then whatever whatever part of the body or whatever animatable component is set to walking is gonna do the walking, whatever that means to them. And here here was the mistake. I had this the other way around, like this. So that's what it was causing the mistake. I had this first, and the other on this part, yeah, after. So actually, this sync timer is like getting the time the animation should stay animating before doing going to the other animation, you know, like how long the keyframe lasts basically. But I was taking the time from the next keyframe instead. So yeah, that was the problem. And Goofy Guy Goobus to say, I made biomes into the game and now the game generates as you run. But I spent most of the time adding enough land to the Poison Lake biome, so it's possible to make distance on but not too much land. Well, that's awesome. Awesome. Cool stuff. And so that's all progress from yesterday or today? Yeah, I figured you only just figured out how to play it yesterday. And let me remove my background over here. So it's actually covering a little bit of my face, like it's giving me some glasses. All right. So what are we gonna do today? We are gonna continue making more animations for this guy. I know it's super. It's like the same from the other day. But I really need to like make the animations first, so we have something to show up the player or show the player. Let me see. Yeah, let's put this over here. Nick scored. And Nepal says, "What's good, brother? What's up, Nepal? Welcome to the stream. How is it going?" All right. So I haven't like touched anything from here, really. But yeah, it's basically we're continuing the making the enemy boss, and one thing that I like to do is going to the animation handler for the big guy, and we need to reset the values when we do the stomping or whatever. We need to reset the values because otherwise gonna it's gonna basically be all messed up. And Nepo say that if I ever start a game studio, you'll hire Nick. Yeah, Nick is not only very good at finding bugs, but also like really cares about game design. Like for example, he always bothers me with, hey, but have you actually like game designed this? Like, have you actually thought about the game design of this instead of just feedback? And I always say no. But yeah, I think it's great to have it. Like great to think about those stuff. All right, so let's see. Let's go into well, when we go to the stump, let's go to the feet first. Just I think that's the most important part here. What I could do, really, what I could do is when I go from stumping to another thing or to walk, I could like reset it. Mm, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, it's not on the torso. It's not on the torso. It's only on the feet. So let's go to the feet. Not the hands either. It's on the feet. So that one guy you said this game's rigged. It's rigged like every other game. Like the roulettes and the slots, like everyone think they are rigged. And Nepal is I still need to like work on the fine points, but shooting bubbles now is actually more interesting. What changes did you do in your game, Nepal? I'm cracked at basketball. Watch this. All right. So let's see. We need to go into. We need to go into the feed states, and here where we do the when we do the stump setup, what are we doing? We are doing the do local rotate, and that's gonna be done in all of the other states. So I don't really need to set that up. The foot handler are, I guess, yeah, I don't need to change the foot handler either. I don't think I do. I don't think I need to do that. And Haley Gaming says, hi, what's up, Haley Gaming? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Yeah, so what I'll need to do is only on the stump, probably, or let's see, because we could heal the other animations for specifically for the foot are mm, the movement of it. So we're gonna do do tween dot kill. If there's an animation happening for the foot R, we're gonna kill it. Like we're gonna make it stop. And Haley Gaming to say, is there fellow Twitch channels? No, no. They're like we have another stream running, but it's also on YouTube. So if you want to see the real like the best stream, you can go to my channel and go to the other stream. That's like a default stream where you are gonna get your own avatar you can play with and like customize, and also um you are gonna have like a way better layout. And you say, Haley Gamings, you're very talkative. I know there's another live somewhere. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Most people, if not everyone, is on the default stream, like the horizontal one. So yeah, if you click the, if you go into the channel and go to the default stream, the horizontal stream, you will see what's happening there. All right. So in here, yeah, I need to do the foot handler. I think I'll need to reset the rotation maybe. Foot L, foot handler L. Yeah, let's see about the foot R first. So we're gonna do local rotate. We're gonna do local rotate. And here, after the kill of this, let's do the animations. And Goofy Goofus scored. Yeah, let's do the animation and let's do vector 3.0. So it's just gonna make it be where it should be, you know, like just resetting this. And we're gonna use 0.1 f, so super short. And that one guy, you say, what's wrong with the animations? Is it too stiff, snappy, or what? Let me show you what happens. So with the animations, it's not that they are bad, it's just that I have to reset them. So when it goes from the stump setup, then to stump, and it goes to walking again, they're the feet, one of the feet or one of the foot moves a little bit back, which works on one of the animations but doesn't work for any other animation. So let me show you what that looks like and what we're trying to fix. Because here, this is what happens. You get here close to this guy, he tries to do the stomp, and the stomp animation works, you know, and everything else seems to work. But the thing is, if I come over here and I pause the game, let me make this bigger. You'll see that the feet of this guy is weird. You know, the right foot and it's not like a big problem. I just haven't reset the normal positions of the animation. And need to say, but we never had enough people that know what they're doing to win a normal game. Yeah, the only times you well we have won on the boss is like on easy mode, right? Yeah, I get there and I'm doing other things, so yeah, I get a little bit distracted. All right, so let's go and fix that. Let's go and fix that because otherwise it's gonna be looking very funny. All right, so back at this, let's make the local rotate be vector 0, like that's the default rotation. And here we want the normal foot R position. So this should be foot starter Y position. And that's going to be multiplied by, or let's do the vector first. We're going to multiply vector 3.1. So 0 on the X, 1 on the Y, and 0 on the Z by foot starter Y. And we're going to do 0 0.1, 0 0.1F, and we don't want any easing. This is just for resetting stuff. So now, if we try this, I think it should be good. All right. So now, when he tries to stomp, he does, no, I think, well, the first part, like resetting, I think it worked. The problem is, yeah, the problem is I need to make here that on stomping or on stomp setup, if I'm using the foot R, I will need to like cancel the tween, the other animation. So let's do this over here. Let's do this before we animate it here. We're just gonna do foot or do tween dot heel, and we're gonna do foot R. And that's gonna be for every single time that we're animating the foot R. We're just gonna do tween dot kill foot R. And Goofy Guy, you say I use bot fill in YM streams. What's YM? What's YM? Let's see. So yeah, we need to kill it here and also here. Do tween dot kill foot R. Say also I got stream avatars mod with like 3 bosses, 3 classes, and some joke avatars. If you want to get it, it's just named Goofy Guys Things Pack. That's very cool. We just have like the default stuff. And did you do it yourself or how? Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, that would be fun. Let's see. So now, how's the stomp working? Yeah, it's not working very good. Not working well at all. Because I think the first part of the stomp, it is fine. Just the other part. And yeah, I haven't actually fixed anything with that. With what I just did. I haven't fixed anything, to be honest. It's like Goofy Guy. Yeah, I made it. That's why I put Goofy Guys at the front. All right. It is public on Steam Workshop. Awesome. Cool stuff. I'll check it out after the stream probably. Because I need to do some other stuff setup. For example, on the vertical stream, I want to basically show up every, I don't know, every set amount of seconds the link to join Discord or the link to join this stream over here. So and that one guy, you say, why does he just teleport to the player? That's the charge he does. Like it's not teleporting, it's like going super fast at him, and that's why he does that little like charge before, and then he like puts the shoulder up. But yeah, I just messed up something. I thought I would be able to like just fix that part with these things over here, but no, doesn't seem like it. And Nick, you say stream avatars like breaking randomly and switching to vertical chat. Yeah, at least once per stream. Yeah, that's the norm. And Goofy Guy, you say if you want something to say stuff, use a YouTube bot like Nightbot to auto message at certain times. Yeah, I use another thing that's called Streamer Bot. You can like customize you can like put integrations, do actions and other stuff. Like it's pretty cool. It's pretty advanced. Like I could do a very serious setup here, but I'm gonna like add stuff as I find it necessary. But yeah, that's the next step. I'm gonna do it with StreamerBot just because I don't need it's like the program I use. But sure, I had tried Nightbot before, but it was like so long ago. And since I have to use StreamerBot for the chat, for example, I'm just gonna keep it, you know? I saw some tutorials for stream avatars. Uh, it's by, I don't know, it's from a channel from a person that does like all things stream related. It's from like 2 or 3 years ago, but I think it still holds up. Now there's UI, but I don't have it. Roman has it. I want to know what's possible too. Yeah, so yeah, on YouTube there are some tutorials, but they are like old, 2 3 years. All right. So since this didn't fix our problem, what could the problem be? Because here on Stump setup, maybe we are messing with the foot handler. Because yeah, I think it's a foot handler, not the foot itself. I think it's the foot handler. Let's do this thing over here again. Let's skip this dude twin kill. Yeah, we're gonna do instead of that kill, we're gonna do foot handler R, I think it is, on setup. Yeah, on setup. And because actually what are we doing on stump setup? We're doing the do local rotate on the feet. At least we're doing the, yeah, we're bringing the feet, the left feet back, like rotating it back. Then on do local rotate, we can actually like see this happening. Why do we want to like think about how it's gonna look if we can like just look at it? Let's see. Let's get in here. Uh, okay. Let's pause it here, and you can see. Well, the rotation over here shouldn't be that much, But I don't think I'm rotating the foot. I'm rotating the foot handler. You know? Let me make it bigger. So yeah, the rotation here happens on the foot handler, not the foot itself. You say, Nick, there are many commands missing from the docs and all. This app is just odd. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And you say commands off the top of my head is like currency, boss, gift, basketball, battle royale, scale, campfire. And campfire is from a mod though. You say be right back. Okay, okay. Um, yeah, there's some like missing, just missing. Okay, so on foot handler, let's see your animations on foot stump or stump setup because we are doing something with the feet. Yeah, feet handler on R and on L. Oh, it's weird. It's weird because I don't think we are changing um the rotation of the yeah, I don't think we're changing the rotation of the feet handler. Maybe we should because since it's going from the walking, maybe that's the problem. I need to put the values right next to where they were because before, since the walking animation wasn't working properly, we didn't have this problem, and I think we are not resetting everything just because before it wasn't working. You say there are ones that are in the extension but not in the docs. Yeah, it's not like very well documented, it seems. And you know what? Like every time I logged into stream avatars from like last week, I get like basically an ad for, hey, we have an event running from a Chinese company. Do you want to have your avatar changed to that? And add characters from Chinese game I don't know anything about into your avatars? And I say like, no, thanks. You say, Nick, I'm waving on shorts. Well, I can see that, but they only they command. Um, all right. So yeah, we need to like reset this stuff. We need to reset this stuff. So let's grab the because we would need to put this in on idle. Because here, if you see, let's go to the humanoid animation handler. Let's go to the humanoid animation handler. Yeah, the roulette is the best thing for gambling. And we go to fit states actor, let's say. So we're killing any animation that we have on the foot handler. That is good. Now, then I wouldn't need to do this because that's already happening. That's good to know. That's gonna happen either way. Now, this is what I'm actually calling the fit states actor extra. So since I'm calling those or I'm killing those animations, I would need to reset them back to what they normally are. So here, foot handler all R or sorry L, still local movement. I think I'm gonna take the idle. I'm gonna take the idle and basically reset whatever value I'm not resetting. So let's see on stump setup. Let's do that. So this would be a full reset. because that's taking us to idle. So a full reset would look like foot handler L dot do local rotate vector 0. Okay. Let's keep this separated actually. Let's keep this separated so we know which part is our animation and which part is reasoning. Anim, and we're gonna put here anim. And I guess we just need to reset it on stump setup because the only other or stump only will be called from the stump setup. So if we reset everything correctly on stump, um, should be fine. So let's do this. Let's do okay. What are we using here? We are not using, or I mean, we are using foot L. So let's remove that. Um, but yeah, just the rotate. So we're just gonna delete the rotate. Now what else? Yeah, that's out. Now what else? Foot R and foot handler. I'll do local rotate. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. And the other ones would be like resetting the rest, I guess. Let's see how that works. Let's see how that works. And I guess I could use stump setup animation time. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it that way. Let's go over here. Let's press play. And we need to make sure we are resetting them also when we get out of stump. And need you say, I recall you saying something about status effect only being one at a time. And me telling you it's a bad idea. Is that still the case? Well, I never really made it be that. I just thought it would make more sense that you could or it would be like more simple that you would only have, or any entity would have only one status at a time, you know? Like you can't be frozen and like frozen and shocked at the same time. You can't be frozen on, I don't know, on fire at the same time. Because the thing is not about getting the behaviors. The behaviors are actually like fine, or very easy to add into an entity. The thing is, how do I tell the player I have multiple statuses at the same time? Like I just have one material that I can show things with. So I would need to, I don't know, I could either display one color on or another. So how do I tell the player that it has multiple states? I don't know. You know, that's the thing. And that one guy is like being frozen and on fire seems like it breaks physics, to be honest. Yeah, it would be very silly. But just imagine there were like more states that would actually like make sense that they could be together. Um Still would be very hard. Yeah, and I thought about the small icons on top of the health bar. I thought of that too, because in other games I've seen it works, but I don't know. I potentially you'll have like a lot of enemies. How how are you gonna know? Or it's gonna be like super hard to tell. You know, it's gonna be like super cluttered or like full with elements. I don't know if you have seen uh the WoW, the World of Warcraft UI when, well, I think it was a WoW Classic UI when it gets like all cluttered. I want to avoid that. And Nikisai, imagine a status effect gasoline or something from the future, and then you wanting to add it so it like explodes when you fire and gasoline together. And you say, I mean, you are the one using their abilities. I mean, um, the thing is, if that's the case, that's different from having one effect at a time, because I mean, or what I mean with having one effect at a time, and I don't know why stream avatars broke again. Yeah, it's just like the default, the normal behavior. All right. So yeah, I don't mean that effects can't interact with each other. I just mean that there could be just one at a time. So you could have entity with the explosive or gasoline status effect, as you said, and when a fire projectile, for example, hits the entity that has the gasoline status, is gonna light it up on fire, but it only has one status. You know, like yeah, it has the gasoline status and it's only one. But if it interacts with fire, it's still gonna like register and like you can still like use it, but it's gonna be like just one at a time. You know what I mean now? Because yeah, things like can still interact. It's just that one will be displayed and one will be the one that is on the entity. You know, and Green G says Wallop. Well, cool guy. Wallop, what's up, cool guy? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And Nick, you said you'd need to make a new system for it though. I don't like it. If you want to freeze and fire exclusive, making an on apply would make more sense. Making it tied to status effects. That's what we have going on right now. It's just hard to tell, you know, because let me show you how it works actually. Because that's exactly what we have now. Like for example, and it does make sense. Like it's easier to implement actually. We already have it. But for example, if I want to put these guys on, like slow them down, and also, well, let me disable the big guy. Let me disable the big guy. Yeah, let's go to that area. And yeah, let's say I have this guy ice bomb, and then I stun him. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working, but well, the behavior should be that, you know, like he can't have two states at a time, and I don't know why. Did I mess something up with the attacking animations of this guy? This guy? Because I think I saw. I think I saw some hands being like not proportionate, or like some hands staying on the air. And Nick, you say, and what is the fire is not from a what if the fire is not from a projectile? You'd need to add an if has gasoline on every one of these. No, because if it's not from a projectile, I can just do receive damage, and I could pass spell data. So the spell data controls, and the spell data doesn't need to be a spell, you know, like it can be anything. So the only thing that the player or the entity receiving the damage really cares about is what is the effect. Because here, if I show you the status effect, you have light burn, light freeze, medium burn, medium freeze, medium shock. You know, those are effects. Those aren't tied to projectiles. You know, so um, I could make them receive damage and apply the light freeze or medium burn or whatever, and it would still work. And yeah, cool guys. So yeah, if you want to play test it or like just give it a try, you can do it on the link that Nick sent. So yeah, feel free to try it. And Nick, you say you don't need to add an if has gasoline on every. Yeah. So it's gonna be like on apply, or sorry, yeah, because I have one thing like it's literally called apply status. When you apply a status to something, it's gonna check if it has other status. So when I apply one time, I can just check if it has it, because it's gonna be only one time per apply. Like you still need to do the call to apply things, you know. So I can reuse that thing to ask it if it has another state. All right, let's rest it. And Nick to say, so what is the problem with there being multiple status effects on them? Except limiting the combo potential. Like I want to slow down enemies while making them take damage. Just the visuals. Yeah, it's mainly the visuals. Like it's just imagine we have these guys over here. Let me actually like pause it from let me pause it from here. Let's go to where these guys are. So now we just have two health bars, and we could use the health bars to display, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 icons. But the thing is, it's not very easy to tell when you have multiple enemies. Like, the behavior could be there, but how do you tell the player? Because if you have icons, dude, it's gonna be so messy, so messy. You're gonna have potentially like tens of enemies at all times, you know. So it's gonna be so messy to as the player seeing all of those stuff happening. And apart from that, I'm adding the effects on the game are being applied this way, like with a material. Like for example, if I want to burn them, I can just like I know they're being burned, you know, like that. You can tell pretty easily who is burning, and when it's not burning again, you know. But if you have a bunch of health bars, which are all containing different statuses for each enemy. Like if you have one, it's okay. If you have three, it's okay. If you have five, even, it's okay. But what if you have like 10 or more enemies? And that one guy you say, so still only one state, but some will be special and have more than two. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Like I'm open to anything. The main problem is like displaying more than one state. Um, but the thing that I thought before is I could make that only one state at a time, but that state that is already applied can interact with other states, so if you, like Nick said before, if a state is on gasoline, or yeah, gasoline state, and you shoot a fire projectile or it gets fire damage, it's gonna, instead of applying the fire status, since it already has the gasoline status, it's gonna interact with it and make it like light on fire or explode or receive more damage or whatever. But you can only like display one. And need to say, what if we display only the newest one, but not override the old ones? Like we could keep particles of all of them, but make the newest affect the one that's main. This will be exclusive to like higher levels, like combos of 7 effects. You should know what they do at that point. Mm, uh, I mean, the thing is, like the behavior, dude. The behavior would feel all right. Um, but like at all times, you should be able to like tell what's happening in the game. Like someone should, I don't know, you're playing and someone comes over to see you playing, and he should immediately, or she should immediately know what's happening. You know, like, okay, that enemy is on fire, and that one is frozen, and that one's stunned. You know, and just someone like just watching, or like you just join watching, uh comes over, is just gonna see, okay, this guy's on fire, but why is he walking slow, or why is he stunned if he's just on fire, you know? You say, but you will be the one shooting them with a giant AoE fire spell. Like, it would be weird if when you stun them, they won't be on fire anymore. Yeah. Um, like I'm not and I know you know it, but I'm not like arguing with you or anything. I'm just like trying to see how could this be better for the game, because I get your point. Like uh it is more fun having more states. That's I think we are agreeing on that. It is more fun if if you can have more states and behaviors. My complaint, or my problem with that is, and it's really like a design problem, I guess, or a feedback problem, is how do you make the player know what those effects are at all times. I think dude, probably the Legend of Zelda, the new ones, like the one that came on, well, new ones, they came on in 2017, I think. That's that's new for me. uh but yeah, Breath of the Wild, I think those have like multiple states being applied, or sometimes, or uh what they do is like, yeah, they interact with each other, but there's always gonna be one overriding the other ones, like just one effect at a time, but uh they can interact. And need to say more fun and more potential, yes. Your complaint addresses the new player, the one that, if we follow your vision, will already know because they would have already used them many times. You want it to be an RPG. Mm, well, I think that's something that I really need to like think about, and that's gonna be, I think, one of those things that's gonna like go at me multiple times during the development of the game. And we can try multiple stuff, like we need to try stuff, see what works and see what doesn't, and we'll keep the best iteration. Say, yeah, that's kind of my point. Make the more powerful one, or the newest one, override the old ones. Buy the material and make a smaller indicator like particles for the other ones. Like, it doesn't need to be super clear. The player will have experience, and they will slowly get to that point. Um, yeah, yeah, it does make sense. And that one guy is say, is this argument super necessary? Like, it isn't super supposed to be super realistic. It's a wizard game. I think it's very necessary. I think it's necessary, that one guy, because um, like, it's a very important part of the design of the game. Like, it doesn't need to be realistic at all. Like realism, we don't care about that. We care about player experience and letting the player know what's happening, giving him proper feedback. So it's not like really uh we're not like arguing. We're just like sharing ideas on how we can make this better. It's currently the way it works. Uh, could be improved. Like yeah, it could be improved. You know. So yeah, realism. Like we don't care about realism at all. Right. So what were we doing? I noticed that there are that sometimes when you get attacked by these guys, they kind of have their hand uh, up, and like they have their hand staying up, which is weird. I'll need to tweak it in case that I find that happening more times, or if I find that to be annoying. And other thing, why can the flying enemy apply a status effect on these guys? It shouldn't be able to. Well, I'll fix that too. Yeah, like a debate. Yeah, but I think it's nice that we can like share what we think about the games because if I just dude, if I just did what I wanted with the game and I didn't hear anything from anyone, we would have a very crappy game. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're gonna do actually. Uh, I'm gonna put it on to do on the last part of to do because we need to try this. But I'm gonna try this after 0.2. So it's gonna be mm, on apply status. Multiple effects can stay, but only one gets displayed completely. The other ones just have particles, and probably the one that's displayed uh, is the only is will be the one that's displayed, the only one that can be interacted with. Let's make it a question mark. The one that's displayed is the only one that can be interacted with. That can be interacted with. Yeah, I think this for probably version 0.3 or after version 0.2. You say compared to if there was only one possibility. It's a difference between an enum and a bull. An array of classes. I'm silly. Yeah, let's see. Uh, what's next? So, what were we trying to do before? We talked about this. We were trying to make animations for this guy. So, or rather, fix the ones that are already existing. Just here. Let's see. Let's wait for him to walk. Okay. Now he's walking. Let's go. And Mijo here says, I made it. Hello, Roman. What's up, Mijo? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? You say I was talking and then gaming with a friend. What were you playing, Mijo? And I'm glad. And that one guy say, instead of making icons or something, you could just change the character. Like if it's on fire, apply a fire shader. if it's explodable, make it really red. If I feel like at least shows it better. Yeah, that's what we have right now. The problem was that if you have multiple states, you can only show one, you know? So that's why we had like the whole discussion, because I had that problem. Like if you want to have multiple statuses at the same time, which would be cool, how do you display them to the player? Because we can only have one material to show up like the current status. And Mijo always say we were just talking and then remember that we haven't played Brawl Stars of all things in a while. Brawl Stars mentioned bad game. Why is Brawl Stars a bad game? Yeah, but I like bad game. Yeah, it's cool. I like Brawl Stars. All right. So let's see. If we pause this here, let's look at the big guy. Say, yeah, I have no clue what's even going in there, but fun time. So buggy. Why is it buggy? You know what? I don't want to pause it from here. I'm gonna pause it from here. Then make it walk. Yeah, because what's the yeah? This is the right foot. So let's do foot handler R. Is that a problem? I think it is. I think that's a problem on foot handler R. And that one guy, you say I have to go. Peace. Well, thank you for joining. Really, really appreciate that one guy. And take care. See you next time. And I hope you get better. Bye bye. Say, mijo, I was stuck spectating a match that I was in, and that had ended at some point. And Nikki said, I don't know, they make stupid decisions every other month. They remove stable features like masteries and replace it with a boring and basically impossible to compete BG thing. What do you think? All right. So if we take the other foot as reference, I guess the X should stay like that. Yeah, the X is not the problem. The problem, I think, is it's just a rotation, no? The rotation, I think, or no, because if it was only the rotation, we wouldn't have that problem. Maybe is the torso handler? No, but I'm just trying to figure out why this guy walks like this after like just one foot walks correctly, but the other one is all messed up, all kinds of messed up, and it's only the right one. And me always say, Roman, have you considered a tracking suit to animate the beings with detached limbs? No, I haven't considered that yet. Uh, but sure, why not? And you say in the Angels versus Demons update, you could just choose an Angel upgrade card, and as cold projectiles could spawn endlessly. Oh, okay. Buggy. For scratch everyone's game update. All right. So comparing these two things, the only thing that I see is a little bit different is the rotation, but it should be different. Like I'm waiting for a change over here, and yeah, let's see. What about the foot? Okay, this foot has some some room over here. All right. So if I reset it to that and I make it on pause, now it should be good. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. So the thing that I have to reset is it's on the foot R, the right foot, and it's not rotation or anything. It's just I think it's movement. Foot R. Yeah, on stump setup. Um, yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this way. So let's see. We're gonna keep only this line, and here, let's make it the first thing that happens. And if I ever use the foot R, which most of our animations do, we're just gonna kill the animation before. So kill foot R. That should be good. Now, here too. So let's just copy this over here. Put R. What about this one? That one doesn't include the that feet. And on stump, yeah, I'm using that too. So let's do this over here. And I think that should fix it. You're playing on blue stacks. Why blue stacks and not phone? Does it run bad? Okay, that fixed it. I think. I think that fixed it. I'm not very sure. Like I wouldn't be like 100% sure. No. Because it's on the set. But when am I changing it on the set? Do local move. All right. Do local move. Foot R stump local position. Foot R stump local position. And here we are only doing the do local move. So let's make the foot R dot do local move set, and it's gonna go to foot um it's gonna be 0 basically, and 0.1 F. And I actually don't need any of the other parts. It's just gonna be on on here before the do local move. And in the other places where I have the foot R cancel, I won't cancel it because I don't really need it. Say, not talking about performance, the UX. Let's see. Now, if we get in here and everything is fine. Now, if we get stunned, okay, the rotation went a little bit crazy there. And it's not actually resetting. Why could it be? Let's actually bring back what we had before. And we're gonna keep the foot starter Y, like you do the movement on the Y to the starter Y. The foot starter. Yeah, because on low stance we do the foot L, the local move. So on charge, we are resetting those values. Well, no, on charge setup, we are resetting those values. Now let's see, let's see. Did I have personal beef with that leg of him? Okay. I don't get why that leg keeps being like there when it should be. It's just about putting it on the zero. Like it's not anything too complicated. Just putting it back to zero. Let's check this out again. Let's see in here. Um, Say, mijo, I'm gonna run Flow Modoro on BlueStacks, but there's like a Windows version. Why not running the Windows version? Okay, so I don't know what it is, but it's not making the reset properly. Even though I'm doing the local move, what is it asking for? It's asking for a float, and I'm giving it a value of 0. Duration, we're giving value. Let's see where we are using foot R. Foot R is being used here. Undo local move Y. Okay. Yeah, on local move Y. I would also have to make it then. Well, everything is everything is using this, so I need to make it on low stance or charge setup. I'm gonna do foot R dot do local move said. I'm gonna take it to 0 and let's do 0 1 F. That will probably fix it. Let's try. Go here. Okay, after the stomp, and let's check that foot. I'm gonna leave him handicapped. Like I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna take his legs off. I don't know why he's not putting the leg to the normal value. Let's see. Yeah, because here we're killing the animation over there. Let's just not kill the animation. Let's see. Let's just leave it there. Yeah, get rid of everything there. Well, except this. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to delete that. Let's do here put r that do local move set. It's gonna be 0. And I guess, well, I don't know what the x of this should be, so I'm not gonna even change it. So let's do 0.1f there. Let's check again. Okay, the walk is fine. Yeah, no, that's the stagger. The stagger doesn't do anything, so we're good. I don't think that's a problem. And Mr. Tripathy08 says, "Hola, what's up, Mr. Tripathy? Welcome to the stream." Okay, so if he tries to do that now, the stomp, and why is the stomp like that now? Well, maybe only on the stomping animation I'll have to tweak that. So let's go in wherever I'm calling that do local move. So foot right do local move. I'm gonna do the tween kill. So do tween dot kill and the animation from the foot right. Yeah, let's see. And Mr. Tripathi says, is this Unity? Yes, it is Unity, Mr. Tripathi. I'm using Unity and C# to make this game you see over here. And since you're new, let me show you what this game is about. So you're this silly little guy over here, which, like, you're a wizard. So you need to use your arrows to use different spells. Like, for example, down, left, left is going to allow you to cast the regular spell. And your objective, and there's more spells, like there's like 4 now, and I'm planning to add more. But your objective now is getting to these zones over here, like are gonna appear randomly, and once you get there, some enemies are gonna start appearing. So depending on the zone, you can get like ice enemies, and for example, against ice enemies, the most effective spell is using the fireball. So the fireball is gonna inflict fire damage to them and damage them over time. We also have those flying enemies over there. We have the stun or chain lighting spell, which stuns the enemies. We have this ice bomb, which makes them go slow, and also does area on or area damage. And Mr. Tipati, you say, I started game dev a week ago, and actually, I like it. I chose Godot because my laptop can't handle Unity. Unreal, I think. Well, that's cool. Very cool. So, how's Godot going? And Mr. Tripati, you say, to be honest, game looked too good. Well, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, how's Godot going? Are you following tutorials now, or are you making a game? So I think that changed, fixed the animation. I think there's just one problem with the other feet now, the the left one, and maybe that's why that's because I no, I thought I had changed something on the local move there, but no. And Mr. Tipati say I made my first game, Frogger, game low. To compare it to you, I'm just thought in fun, but big respect to you, dude. Don't feel that way. It's actually awesome that you just started, and Frogger for a first game is actually very cool. So don't worry about it. You'll get better and better. Like you're just starting, so cool stuff. Congrats on making your first game, even if it's just for learning. Congrats to you, because it can be a little bit daunting to start, but once you start and you like it, you won't want to go back. So cool stuff. All right. So let's see. Here I'm just trying to do an animation, by the way. Like that's what I'm trying to do for this guy over here. Like this is gonna be the first boss of the game, and we're just doing a bunch of animations for him, so he can like do a stomp. He can do like a slam with both fists on the ground. He can charge at you. Like that's what we're doing right now. We're just doing more animations. And Mr. Tipati, you say I also today uploaded my first YouTube short. Awesome, cool stuff. So are you uploading videos about game dev, or what are you uploading videos about? Let me see. Okay. So for this guy, let's make him walk and let's see, because I saw there was a little bit of a problem with where his leg is standing on the stump. So if we go here, yeah, that shouldn't be this way. This shouldn't be this way. So I think this leg is all right. The other one, this one is the left one, shouldn't be there. I think it should be on -1 or something. And Mr. Tipati, you say, is there other enemy or currently only this golem? So we have the other. I don't know if you saw before, uh, but we have other enemies. Like we have flying enemies, or flying enemies. We have like humanoid enemies. Let me show you. Because here, when you get to this zone, they start spawning. Um, and the thing is, like, yeah, there are 6 enemies now, and the golem is a boss. So I'm working on that boss right now. But we have these flying ones over here. And there's like 3 variations of the flying ones and 3 variations of the ones on the ground. And depending on where you are, you're gonna get some or others. Because, for example, here we are on like on a fire area, so normal enemies and fire enemies can spawn. But if you go to the ice area, or if the sun spawns there, you're gonna get other enemies, like ice enemies, you know? And you say I uploaded about game dev, or when I don't have content about game dev, I will also upload some gameplay video. Oh, cool, cool, cool. And I actually think it's very cool that you're like sharing, not like it maybe doesn't feel like it, but you're sharing your progress from where you're starting, to when you get better and better and better. And actually cool to see that you can see that your progress over your videos. And you say, sorry, my English little bad, so try to understand my feeling. Well, no, your English is super fine. Like I understand it, and my second, or yeah, English is my second language too. So don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. All right. So let's see if I were to. Okay, let's do this stump. On stump setup, what am I doing here? Foot L, I'm doing local rotation, and on stump, I'm doing local rotation. So where am I actually changing the... I think I might be changing the starter position. Yeah, the do local move. I have to do this. I have to do this. But I think it's on the foot handler. Let me check. Let me check. Because if I see here, over here, I think this foot, when he tries to stomp, it doesn't reset properly. Let's see. And you say I'm actually from India. Cool stuff. So on the community, we have like I think there's like a lot of people from India too. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm from Chile, by the way. I'm from South America, so we have a very big difference in time zone. Right, let's... Yeah, when he gets there. Yeah, I think it's just that I'm not resetting the foot to be on the starter position. So let's do here. Let's do local move, foot starter. Basically for any animation except walking, I guess. So let's do this over here. We won't need to do this here, nor... Yeah, I guess that's the only place. So I think we can just do the reset over there, and that should fix it. And Mr. Tripati, you say in Godot, I actually feel a little problem. Like I do web development, I made many logic from scratch, like we made in C, C++, Java, etc. But in GDScript, most of given in form of built-in functions or method. So what's the problem? Well, you actually have a more experience then. So nice, nice. But yeah, GDScript works a little bit different. I just seen it. I haven't used Godot, or sorry, I have used Godot, but a long time ago, so I don't remember a lot of the GDScript. But it works a little bit different. And say so it's when I try to input my raw logic, the built-in method or function already have better time complexity on it. Oh, well, but if like there is something already like defined for you, you can use it, or yeah, no, there's always gonna be like the balance that you have to do between implementing it yourself or like using something from the engine. Okay, let's see. Let's try to see the animation again. Okay. I think, well, this is gonna be like way better when it has audio and more like effects going on. And you say your age? I'm 22. I turned 22 last year on November. Mm, I'm not sure because I think they're like the feet like gets messed up here after the step. I still think the right feet doesn't get properly reset, which is very weird and very annoying. Because like I am making it go to where it should. Like this should only like just be on zero. Be on zero. And what if I keep this playing? Yeah, that should be on zero. Like I don't know why. Let's check this again, because here on do local move, the I do local move set, and I set it to zero, and um that should get animated unless I canceled it. But I'm not canceling it anywhere but on the do local rotate. Okay, I might have to do this on the humanoid animation handler. Because I'm inheriting that animation from the like I'm making the animation for this guy, but I'm inheriting from another animation that I made. And Mr. Tripati, you say I kind of feel like the golem reaction time kind of slow. If it is like 3D Minecraft, then a sudden golem attack will increase panic and excitement. Just no question. The reaction kind of slow. Well, it could be. We need to tweak it. We need to see what the players like when yeah, but it's a lot of tweaking. I'm just making sure the animations work now. But yeah, it could be that it's slow. I'm gonna tweak it and see if I make it faster, is it better, or I'll have to like just continue messing up with the values until we get to what we want. And by the way, I think you are on the vertical stream. You'll have like a way better experience on the horizontal one. So if you click the channel, there's like two streams showing up, or there should be two streams showing up. So there's the vertical one in which I think you are, and there's the horizontal one, which you get your own avatar to show up there, and you can customize it and everything. And also, you have like a bit way better layout. So I would suggest if you want, switch to the other one. And I don't know why this doesn't load. I don't know why this doesn't load. But yeah, if you go to the channel, you should be able to see two streams. Let's see. Let's give it another try. It's not loading at all. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So I think I'll have to go on the humanoid animation handler, and here, um, on idle and walking, I need to do like the full reset. So it's gonna be, mm, yeah, I'm gonna keep the do local move, and I also need to put this one in there. Um, put L, put R, do local move Y. All right, and here do local move Z, and say it's almost midnight here. Yeah, so what oh, and you switch to the horizontal one. Yeah, so what time do you normally go to sleep to? Because for example, the Mijo, that's another member of the community, like just goes to sleep like at 1, 2, or even 3 a.m. But I know not everyone is like that. So yeah, what time do you normally go to sleep? Okay, let's see. On put R. Well, I guess I wouldn't need to do this if it's already happening on idle. They're on here. And I'll need to make it here too, I think. Maybe that will do it. Say I'm a B Tech student, so there's no sleep time for us. Sleep time of us. Yeah, I get it. The student life is doesn't allow you to sleep. So are you? Well, what I don't know what's B Tech. Well, I guess it's like related to tech, but are you having a lot of exams now, or what time period is it? Like, are you on break? Are you having exams, or like just regular classes? Let's see. Let's try this again. BTech, a Bachelor of Technology or Engineering. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, I didn't know what the B stand for. Oh, nice, nice, very nice. And what year are you in? Is it your first year, second, third? And how many years does your the bachelor has? Okay, here. Say currently in my fourth semester. All right, all right. And how many semesters do you have? Total for a year. I'm currently in second year. All right, so you have 4 more semesters, right? And I think like at last year, I think it is, or last semester, like they make you uh like a thesis, or is that after? Mm, okay, I think, well, at least the fit doesn't seem to be going away. And you say total semester 8, and I just entered my 4th semester. Got it, got it. Yeah, what classes are you having right now? What are your subjects now? Let's see. Do they teach you? Well, I would guess programming, right? But so that's why you have the experience on C, C++, and other stuff, and Java. I think you mentioned. Um, that's where you got your experience with those languages on or from. I think the feet or the foot moves where it should be, except when it doesn't. No, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's do restroom, and we should be fine. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't think there is a problem with that. But I don't know. It gives me the impression that it's somehow not getting animated properly. Like it doesn't get to be fully animated. Let's see. Yeah, so I do 0.1 F, and maybe it could be like faster. Let's do 0.75 foot R. Because where else am I using the foot R animation? It's just that I'm like when I do the switch, I kill that animation. An idle and walk, and over here let's do 0.75, so it's like really snappy. um Mr. Tripathi, you say OOPS in Java, operating system. Yeah, object-oriented programming. In Java, operating system, Python, cybersecurity, theory of automation, mathematics, environment, and a minor project this semester. Well, that's nice. That's pretty rounded education. And which one's the hardest for you? And Moinelef is here, says hello. What's up, Moinelef? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let's see if that will make it work. And for context for you, Moinelef, we're still working on more animations for the boss in here, and we were just trying to like uh, make it that basically doesn't break the other animations, the new ones that we added. So yeah, that's there you have it, the stomping, and it should go to the regular like walk. But I want what I was trying to see if the values get reset properly, because I had this happening where I don't know, this feet or this foot moved in a very weird way, but I think we just fixed it, so it's all right. I don't know. Uh, you say Mr. Tripathi? I don't know, because I just entered in this semester. All right. Yeah, it doesn't. You still are figuring out the subjects then, right? And Moin Left, you say, I'm very good, and you? Well, thanks for asking. I'm very glad that you're good, and I'm feeling fine. Feeling fine. Right. So now that we have both of these animations working, we can add the last one, which, well, I know these animations don't look the best, and we still need to do some tweaks on the brain, because we have a brain script that controls here the big guy brain controls. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna be chasing the player? Is he gonna charge, stomp, do a fist slam, or get staggered? That's basically decided with a brain. It's a finite states machine. And Mr. Hipati, you say gotta go. Bye. It's almost 1 a.m. Well, no worries. It was a pleasure having you here, and I hope I can see you another time. Take care and good luck with the Bachelor. So bye bye. Take care. And Money you say, do you need a Regan body? Oh, a rigid body? I have a rigid body going on. And IL says sup. What's up, IL? Welcome to the stream. Only can stay here for 5 minutes or less. Yeah, don't worries, no worries. Welcome. And Mr. Tripathi, you say bye. Bye bye, Mr. Tripathi. It was a pleasure talking with you. And yeah, rigid body for that big boy. Yeah, we have one going on. And Nick, you say, I'm back. Welcome back to the stream, Nick. Welcome, welcome. So all right. Since you just joined back, let me show you. Now it's fixed. Like now we have our animations working for this guy. The stagger is still isn't there. We need to make two more animations actually. One for one for the fist slam and one for the stagger, and we should be good. All right. There's just some there's just I want to showcase something and something breaks. I'm like meta when they're showcasing anything. Or like Apple when they're trying to showcase anything. But yeah, this should have been working, but it's actually I don't know what happens with the right foot now. Or no, it's the left one now. Yeah, so this one shouldn't move like this. I'll figure it out. So I think this might be this might be because of the yeah, our -1 to big boy. This might be because of not I'm not doing what I was doing before. Basically this thing. So let's do 075 over here. And foot L, I moved it to foot starter location no matter what. I moved it to foot starter location. Um Here, foot L. Yeah, let's try this again and do local move Y. That is this is always gonna happen in every single situation. And Nick, you say big boy has aura. He's the only one of us all here. Yeah, he does have some aura. Dude, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It was working a moment ago, I swear. It's just the resets not being reset properly. Mm, but yeah, since we are expanding this, well, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'm gonna not care about this and leave it for later. That's always good. No, but for real, I'm just gonna make the animations or the animation states, and once we have the animation states, we're actually then, only then, we are gonna know exactly what are all the values that we need to reset, so we can reset them, you know? Uh, so let's see. Let's see. On low stance, we are actually like doing the reset, but not in any other place. Well, I guess if we did this here, let me just give it one more try, all right? One more try. Okay, the reason is that we bullied Big Boy. Yeah, he's just annoying. He doesn't want to work because of that. Okay, feet stays where it should be. Okay, all animation seems to be working then. And seems to be resetting properly. Yeah, and that on Stagger, like we don't have anything on Stagger, so we don't care about it. Okay, but then yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Like there's on the stumping, there's one thing that we also need to set that we aren't setting. Um so yeah, let's move on to the next one. So we're gonna do the fist slam setup. But before that, give me a quick bathroom break, and I'm gonna be right back. And before I go, Nick, you say I need to add blinking to Source Collector 3. Yeah, dude, it's a nice touch. It doesn't take that much time implementing it, and it's gonna make like everything look better. Like or just It is better. Give me a break. I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, you with the basketball again? Okay. Um, this slum setup. Let's do the setup for this. Let's do a pause. So we're gonna pause the game. Let's press play, and we're gonna pause this guy. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. You know what I could do? I could define every single rotation, position, whatever, everywhere. Like I could do a full transform, save. So when we actually get to animated, no matter the value, we are gonna move the full thing where it should be. I think that would be um the best way to go about this, because otherwise we're always gonna have the problems with yeah, we're always gonna have the problems with resetting values. So instead, we can like just do a full save. I think I'm gonna do that instead, because it for sure would be a hassle to store more values when we don't need them. But I think that's gonna be like ultimately the what we need, or I think that's gonna be better. Say change IL duel, muy in love. Can you even duel while you're on a basketball game? Okay. Let's see. How is this post gonna be? I think both feet are gonna be on the ground. I'm not gonna change that. Let's do the torso handler. It's gonna be a little bit inclined. Let's do minus 30. Yeah, minus 30 like that. We're gonna pull the shoulders. Let's do both shoulders are gonna be rotated not on the Y but on the X like that. And this guy doesn't have like any balance. So let's yeah, why are you trying to duel me if you're on a game? Yeah, it's not gonna work. Uh Also the torso handler needs to be like 0.5 maybe or 0.75. So right around there. So it needs to have like some sort of curvature. And that's good. Now, foot handler, let's do shoulder, head handler. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the head as it is. I'm gonna do the let's grab the hands. So the hands are gonna be I think they're fine where they are. Except maybe we can make them a little bit more closed. Like let's say 30, 30 or 20, 15. Let's do 15. So that's gonna be our pose before and Nick Wasney just won or just scored. And me Jose, what are we doing? Well, basketball mini game. Basketing and balling. All right. So that's gonna be the pose for this guy when he's about to do the fist slam. So we need to store the values. We need to store values for well, let's start keeping the good practice of storing all the values even though even the ones that we are not going to need. So we get everything calculated correctly. So we're going to need to store like in the case of any animation, we would need to store like way more data. And that's why I didn't want to do it that way before. It's because um yeah, basically I would need to store like way more things. So in the case of stomp, I would need to stomp, or I need to save the torso full rotation. I would need to store the torso full position. Yeah, basically for every piece, like it would be the torso, the left foot full rotation, left foot position, the handlers position, um the shoulders, like basically would be for everything, which is not that bad to be honest, but it's there would be a lot of repeated values. Mm, I guess we could keep some similar values stored in like in a general vector, I guess. And next, you're getting good at this. You have scored 3. Yeah, you figured it out. All right. Let's see. So on fist slam setup, well, let's just do on the big guy brain. Let's do. Let's call the. Where is this? is basically on horde. Here on chasing. Here is gonna do the stump setup, but instead of doing the stump setup, I want to use, let's call big guy movement script. Let's see where that is first. Where is it? Stump setup. Okay, and let's do public void. This is gonna be fists slam setup, and I'm gonna need float of fist setup time, or fist slam setup time, and float fist slam time. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. So what will we need here? We need to do lock rotation to target. Basically, let's do true. Can move equals false. Then we need more things here. So here, that's gonna be for stump. Let's do another for fists slam. So we're gonna have a private float fists slam setup timer, and we're gonna have a fist slam timer. All right, so let's see. In here, we're gonna do, uh, we're gonna set the timer. So let's do fists slam, fists slam setup timer equals fists slam setup time. And here we'll do fists slam timer equals fists slam time. And here current movement state equals movement states dot fists slam setup. And I made a typo. This is fist slam, not slime setup. But four scores. They hate the edge. All right, let's see. I think that should do it. Also, I need to do on big guy animation handler. I'll have to do a switch animation state, and let's say big guy animation handler dot fist slam setup, and we're gonna do the same for hands, head, feet, and torso. So that's it. Now we're just gonna instead of calling the stump, we're gonna call here big guy movement script dot fists slam setup, and we need to pass the. Why is it allowing me to do this without I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be able to call fist lump setup without specifying these values. I don't know why is it letting me. Like this should throw me an error. Mm, slump setup and fist lump setup. Oh, okay. Because I defined it. I had another definition for that. Let's do this, and let's use fist. Do I have it here? No, I need to create that too. So let's do header. Uh, it's gonna be fists slam, and we're gonna have here serialized field, private float, and it's gonna be fists slam time equals 1. Let's just do 1 and we can modify later. And here serialized field, private float, fists slam time. Or yeah, basically the same thing. Let's do 1 and private float fist. Okay, yeah, I made a typo here. Fist slam setup time and fist slam time, and we just need to put them on here. So we need to do the setup time and the normal time. So let's do fists slam setup time and fists slam time. That should be it. That should be it. So now I let's see what we have going on for on the movement script. Mm, so yeah, we have the setup here, charge setup. We have all the setups here. And what about the rest? So on charge, then we have set low stance. We have update rotation. So we don't have anything else but that. Let's see what we have on here. So on charge setup, we're gonna have something happening. On stump, we have something happening. What is it that we need to create? We need to create 2 more cases. Let's do case movement state, movement states dot fists slump setup break. In another one case movement states dot fists slump and break. Wow, 8 scored. Where are you supposed to go? Like you need to hit the star? Or how's that how does oh okay, it's the basket over there. Yeah, I get it, I get it. And I guess the first number is for X and the other is for Y. Oh, oh yeah, you're getting very good at this, Nick. Um, and you say no, the first is the angle and the second is force. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, makes more sense. I thought both were forces, just on the X and on the Y. Okay, so movement states first lump setup. let's see what we have to do. So we need to have the fist slam setup timer is going to be minus equals time dot delta time, or fixed delta time, because we're using fixed update. And here, when the countdown ends, we're gonna do something. So when fist slam setup timer is less or equal to 0, what do we want to do? We want to set, well, basically, well, yeah, basically for fist slam, uh, for fist slam, the other one, it would be like mainly the same. It's just the timer that would change. Mm, yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's leave that there. So what do we want to do in here on stump setup? We want to change the animation to stump, and I think, yeah, let's just do that. So let's just do current movement state, uh, and nick 1. Oh, you did like you scored like how many points did you score? Like 10? Yeah, the first time that you play, like, say the reward I said beforehand though. Uh the reward is like 10 coins. Yeah, I think it's more than fair for such a long game. Okay, so current movement state, I'm gonna switch, or I'm gonna make it to movement states dot. So you can customize it. Is the customization on my end or part of the command? Make it the first one to score wins. Yeah, I think that's gonna be better, so it doesn't last as long. It's on the command. Okay, okay. No, wait. Yeah, that's not the same one. Okay, movement states, and it's gonna be fists, slam, setup, or no, actually, I just want to go to the fist slam, and I'm gonna change everything to slam. Like that, let's do big guy animation handler script dot switch animation state. Mm, big guy animation handler guy animation handler dot fist slam, and the same for hands, feet, or hands, head, feet, and torso. More in life, you say Roman. What is slam? Slam is like your in this context, is like hitting something. Like it's gonna slam. Like yeah, he used both of his fists to go like down, like that. You know. So basically hitting the ground, or it's gonna be like fists hit. You know. All right. So let's do the functionality first, and let's do the animations later. Because I think I had yeah, this guy's like properly posed, and mainly if you say okay, yeah, that's it mainly. So yeah, I'm not going to touch this guy. I'm just gonna do the rest. So I think since these attacks are working mostly like the same, you know, I could do a function that takes care of them because it's gonna be mostly the same except the charge setup. And need you say free for all is better, I think, just because you have more than 30 seconds to join. Yeah, I think well that's a little bit more interesting, and also well I could change it so you can like have more time to join. All right, let's see. So basically all these setups do the same thing. Basically all of them. And when I call these functions like right over here, let's see on I think over here, yeah, charge setup is gonna do exactly the same. Like nothing really changes here. It just locks the rotation. I need to check. Well, I could pass uh an animation. I could pass a movement state. You know. So I think that's what I'll do. This should be public then. Public, you know, so everyone can use them, not only this script. And I'm gonna simplify this because if we get, I don't think we're gonna get more than um more than this the states that we have over here. But it would be nice that we can like take this stuff, or wherever we have the same functionality, we don't have to repeat ourselves. So mm, let's do a setup functionality. So let's do, well, this is set low stance. Let's do the charging first. Let's do the charge first. So we're gonna do, or sorry, our setups first. So let's do, um, we're gonna call something like public void attack setup. We're gonna have also a public void. Mm, yeah, no, just that attack setup. What do we need? We need setup time and stomp time. Yeah, we need both of those. And more life, you say, Roman, why don't you do what other YouTubers do? Hold a competition and tell them to create a 3D model or something, or to write a script, and then you dedicate a day to live streaming where you present and evaluate their work. Yeah, we had that happening, or that we had some events happening. The last one that we did was for Christmas, right? We should do one for, yeah, I don't know if on February 14 I'll be here, but we can do one for Valentine's and evaluate it. Well, let's see. When is Valentine's? Yeah, because Valentine's on February 14. That's actually Saturday. I don't mind streaming on Saturday. And you say I usually call it the day before anyway. Yeah, we could do one for it, but it should be starting a week before, so people have time to do stuff. And Aryan is here, says, "Hello, bro. What are you doing?" Uh, Hello, Aryan. I'm just making more or fixing animations for the boss. And by the way, welcome to the stream. How is it going? Because I think I tell you. Uh, yeah. So I'm just trying to merge these things, like clean this code for the animations. But let me show you. Let me show you what we have so far. Well, I'll need to get rid of this post. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll post this guy again. And here, let me, on big guy brain, let me call this other thing, so I can show you exactly what we had going on. And Ariane, you say what happened yesterday? Yesterday, it was like, honestly, the yesterday and the day before, we have just been making animations. Like the animations take a lot of time, like just not setting it up, but also like making them and making sure that the movement is synced and whatever. But yeah, and Sleepwalker is here, says, "Sup, how's it going? I'm about to sleep with ASMR, and I'm really curious about the progress with that golem." Well, hello and welcome to the stream, Sleepwalker. So the progress is not like very noticeable, but we fixed the walking animation. So the walking is working now. It's currently like stuck sometimes, like not moving, but the walking animation is fixed. Then we have the setup of the charge itself. That we have the stomping, and yeah, that's what we have. We're currently working on the last two animations, because we also need to make one for, yeah, you see, that's the stomping animation. We need to add sound effects, we need to add visual effects, we need to add a lot more stuff and actually damage the player. But before we do that, we need to have the animations working. And it doesn't do any damage currently. It doesn't do any damage, but I plan to, for example, if he gets here and he stomps at you, or he does the fist slam that's not yet in the game, like maybe a third of your life or half of your life, or even more, because this is a boss. It's not going to be that hard to beat, but if you are it's just gonna take time. Like you can avoid his attacks pretty easily, but if you are not careful, he's gonna be able to destroy you pretty quickly. So yeah, and Monolith, you say, how do I participate in what I create? Well, you'll be able to participate if you're on Discord when the event starts. Like Nick's gonna start the event probably, and yeah, most likely. And then you can just choose to join. Are you gonna participate? And you can just do your thing, do your art, whatever it is. And before the competition ends, you need to submit your art. But it's gonna be like super straightforward if you wanna compete when the event starts. Like everything is gonna be clear. And yeah, Big Boy is very peaceful for now. For now. Right. So let's get back into this and let's do a little bit of cleanup of the other code because there's a lot being repeated here. You see on charge setup, on stump setup, and on fist lump setup, the only thing that I do that's different is well, these things over here, you know? Like which states it gets to and which animation it has to go to, you know? And Sleepwalker, you say, I see, I see. Well, good luck with developing. I believe one day I'll be able to stay here for a little longer, but now I gotta go. Bye and good luck. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, for sure, when you have the time, I'll be here and we can spend a little bit more time. So, yeah, bye bye and rest well. And Aryan, you say, bro, this boss is good, but what are you planning for next boss? I haven't planned a lot of for next boss. Uh I just know like dude, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do and we are currently like trying to get to version 0.2, but yeah, it's I have a lot of things planned, but not specifics. Like I know I want to have a bigger map. I want to have more spells. I want to rework the way you select the spells. I want to have weapons. I want to have more bosses. I want to have a lot of things, but we have to go step by step. Otherwise, I'll just going to get fried, and I won't be able to do any progress. So I have to take it step by step. And Aryan, you say, bro, trick question. Do you have a girlfriend? As you can see in the screen, I have code going on my computer, so no girlfriend. And Morning Left, you say, I found Gemini, and it seems they have forgotten what we learned. Do you have any educational tutorials on your channel? I don't have any educational tutorials. Someday I would like to do something educational. I'm not sure it's gonna be on. I'm not sure if it's gonna be on YouTube or something. But yeah, for now I don't have anything. I would suggest you go into two channels. One called Code Monkey and the other called Brackies. If you're into like game dev, those two are good. Those two are good. And yeah, the other things like just specifics, I would get into like a Gemini or ChatGPT. But yeah, try to do as much as you can without checking ChatGPT, because especially at the beginning, try to check more Stack Overflow or forums with people that have the same problem as you. And Nick, you say educational romanleco. Yeah, one day. All right, so we're just gonna merge this stuff. Oh yeah, no, it's not called monkey. It's let me write it for you. Called monkey and brackies. I think brackies is with CK. I don't know. Yeah, so let's go into yeah, attack setup. And Aryan just say, bro, I'm only 14, but I have a girlfriend. Well, cool for you. Enjoy life. And Moin Left, you say, oh, thanks. You're very welcome, Moin Left. Very welcome. So let's go in here and for every single one of them, well, what are we gonna need? We're gonna need to do float. Well, what's actually most important is that we need to pass the movement state. Yeah. So let's pass the movement state. It's gonna be movement state, movement state, movement state. We're gonna need to have um. You say, need you say? Well, having a girlfriend is a bit different at 14, I'd say, but sure. Skill issues, Roman. Yeah, I need to get my game up. I need to step up my game. Right. So here, let's do uh, an animation. So let's do a big guy animation handler. Dots. Hmm. How's this called? Boss states, I guess. Boss states. Now you say, bro, Nick, you have seen Anya, right? She's my girlfriend. Oh, Anya. Yeah, I think maybe you told me before, Aryan. All right. So let's see. Let's go into the big guy animation handler, and we need an. Is it gonna be an attack state? No, we need something else. Because it's on animation handler. It's gonna be it's gonna be a number. It's gonna be a number. So it's gonna be an int, and it's gonna be animation number. Mm, what else will we need? What else? We're gonna need floats for setup time and a float for action time. I think that's it. So now, instead of doing all of this, what we can do is we just need to like what is the common denominator between all of these things is we're first doing the lock rotation to target set to true. We're making that we can no longer move, so can move equals false. Then we are and this is where we are going to have a little bit of a change. So we are also going to need another variable probably. mm, no, I think on depending on movement state we can do switch, or actually let's just do current movement state equals movement state, and then we're going to do a switch. And we're going to do a switch on what? Depending on the movement state. In case that the movement state is movement states uh, fists slam setup. Let's break here. Mm, well, I could actually use one timer for everyone. I don't know why I need one specific for every single one of them. So let's do attack setup timer. Let's do attack setup timer and attack timer instead of having a timer for every single one of them. So that's that way it stays a little bit cleaner, and we can put here attack timers. And you say, my life, you say, I'm under threat. I cannot delete the message. What message? Did you send the message? Well, it didn't. It didn't go through. And you say, Aryan, bro, you can make your post more fast because it is slow, so slow. Um, if I make it fast, it's gonna beat your the shit out of you. I think. Well, we can tweak it. We can tweak it, and we can see if it is very difficult to beat. Because yeah, he's not very fast, but he's gonna do, like, charge at you. That's the thing. If I make it like, say, it's not that fast, I don't think. No, it's not very fast. Like, it's slow, but he can charge at you like full speed. And it's like, yeah, like it's gonna be like hard to beat it other way. Say, oh yeah, I remember that actually. Thought it was just messing around on a second account. Yeah, I still don't know the message about the message. You say no, bro. It is not so challenge. Okay, we can make it. We can make it faster. We can make it faster. Once we finish this, I'm gonna make it faster, right? Right. So yeah, now this is gonna throw errors. So what we want to do here is, I don't want to change anything here. It's just gonna be, we don't need to do this either, I think, because we can just do here attack setup timer equals setup time, and here attack timer equals attack time, really, because this is not just an action, it's just an attack, and this is gonna be attack setup time, attack setup time, and attack time. And you say it's a first boss. It's both meant to be the biggest, yeah, not meant to be the biggest challenge of the game, but yeah, we can make it. Yeah, we can trick it. Dude, when we get to like try it and we have the version out, for sure we can like tweak it way more. And Aryan, you say sorry, bro, have to go to sleep. Bye. Well, no worries at all. It was a pleasure having you here. And sleep well. See you next time. Bye bye. Take care. Right. So now we just need to do basically this over here. And this one is gonna get a number. It's just a number. So it's gonna be animation number. Here we're gonna change this for animation number. And that's how we simplify all of these things. Like we don't need any of this now. I think we saved like what, 30 lines of code or more. And more than lines of, like, I don't really care about the lines of code. I just care about simplicity. So this is gonna be like way simpler, or way more simple than what we had before. Need to say, I'll see if I can make hard mode big boy, with a mod. Maybe we can just make a bigger version that's faster or whatever. Like once we have the base, it's gonna be super easy to like do alternate versions or like uh elemental versions. And Monolith, you say, Roman, have you ever traveled to a specific country? Uh, yes. Yes. When I was younger, uh, well, my my parents are not from Chile. Like I was born here, and yeah, I was born and raised here, but both of my parents are immigrants. So yeah, yeah, they're from Cuba, so I've been there too, and other countries in Latin America too. Well, yeah, I've traveled. I've done a fair bit of travel, but not now. And Nick, you say, I'm thinking of an enraged status effect. What would that do? It sounds cool. And Moin Life, you say, now I understand that Nick deleted the message because he's a mod. I'm grateful because it wasn't a good word. Oh, you were swearing, like using swears, like, dude, there's no problem with it. It's just that YouTube filters them. YouTube filters them automatically. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Maybe uh make him walk faster and maybe attack faster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be something. Now, what will what will cause him to be on that status? Enraged status. And it doesn't have a downside or anything? Doesn't have a downside? Like a hard mode, you can enable yourself or maybe dodging him without damaging him for a set amount of time. Hmm. All right. Let me copy this. I don't know why it got copied that way. That way. Let me see. Here. There we go. Okay. This is gonna bring us like problems to. This is gonna bring problems. Um. Yeah. So now this can basically be the same. So for fist slam, let's do case a movement state dot. Why did this get got disconnected? We're having technical problems over here. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Dude, I think my internet just died. Like it's not even just my phone. Like everything just died. Yeah, you can hear me, but do you notice stuttering in the video? Let me reset this. Let me see. Yeah, it is lagging. It should be, or it would be so weird if it wasn't lagging. Let's see. Device not connected. No. Uh, it's going to crap. Yeah, it's all messed up. I don't know. You can see everything. All right. Yeah, as long as it's not a slideshow, we can continue. No, no, no. I don't think the problem is you, Monolef. This time is me. I'm pretty sure about this one because I can see I'm dropping frames. We have dropped 12,000 frames so far. But I think it's regulating. I think. Yeah, we're still dropping frames. Well, let me know. Let me know if it comes to a place where you can't see anything. Because yeah, I see my internet connection sucks. Like randomly. I don't know what happened. Rookie numbers. mm, yeah, I don't know. Well, you tell me. You tell me if you can't see this. Like it's if it's a slideshow, it becomes a slideshow. Just let me know. Okay, here it came on again. My internet, it seems. All right. Let's continue. Yeah, like I can't really do anything about it. So let's just hope it gets better. And I think it got better. Like now it's fine. I don't know what happened. Let's see. So we want to do the same for movement state, fists, slam, basically. So for our other thing over here. And one thing I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably can't. Hmm. Yeah, if I, because I want to keep one part of this for the charge, but the charge has other stuff too. So we're gonna put this to, yeah, charge setup time. Yeah. Well, let's do this here. Instead of all of this setup over here, we're just gonna do this. That's the setup. No, this is the setup. This the other one is gonna be for the action. Let's see. I got a little bit confused right there. Yeah, but I want to keep that there. Now, um, is the internet working? If so, check for viruses. No, I think it's good now. I think it's good now. Like I'm not no longer dropping frames. I don't know what happened, but it seems to fix itself, so I won't bother. All right. So here on stomp timer, this is no longer stomp timer. This is gonna be like attack timer, and we're gonna do minus equals time dot fixed delta time, and we're gonna check if that attack timer is less or equal to 0. We're gonna do the action. So it's basically going to be the same for every single one, which is gonna be like basically putting it back to walking and finishing the attack. Need to say, Roman, could you wake up at like 4 a.m. your time to remind me tomorrow that I wanted to do a little programming? No, but I can do it at 7. Like I wake up at 7. So if you want 3 hours later, I can make you know. I can let you know. So what time will it be for you? It's gonna be like super early either way for you. Because we have how many hours of difference? I always forget. I think we have like 5, right? So my 7 are your, yeah, you're like 1 p.m. Yeah, I can let you know at like 7, but earlier than that is gonna be a trouble for me. Say I don't know. I'm UTC plus 1. Yeah. So now let me know what time is it for you, because for me it's 4:42. 4:42. So for you it should be what, 9? 9:42 or 43 p.m. Okay, here on Fist Stomp, we want to do the same thing. So, oh, it's 8 p.m. All right. So we just have 4 hours of difference. Just four. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on to this thing. Fist Slam setup. Mm, so that's gonna be, yeah, Fist Slam setup timer. Let's see, because what do we have? We have a stump setup, so the stump setup should work similarly too. And it's just taking into consideration that and switching it to stump. All right. So what we're going to be doing is doing a switch inside it, probably. And Nikki says, so if I wake up at 8, it would be 4. I did the math. So if you wake up at 8, it would be 4. I don't understand. I mean, uh, for me, my fours would be, yeah, it would be your 8 a.m., right? Yeah, your 8 a.m. My nephew say Roman when he wants to get married, goes to the computer exhibition. Yeah, you say, "Are you married, dude?" I didn't even have a girlfriend. I just said I don't have a girlfriend. How can I be well? Actually, I could be married without a girlfriend, or rather, yeah, I could be married without a girlfriend, but I'm not. I'm not, because then it would like become my wife. Like you wouldn't have a girlfriend, but you have a wife, you know. And yeah, I'm just so in love with C sharp. I don't see anyone but C sharp in my life. So he's in love with C sharp, but he's not asked it out yet. No, dude, like I asked it out. We're going out and everything. Like I see C sharp every day. I think we have a good relationship. Uh, I wouldn't call it like a girlfriend, but we do uh have a good relationship. Let's see. Let's um let's modify the setup. So the setup is gonna be the same for everyone, but what's weird to me is doing a switch inside a switch. And my nephew said, yes, that's how we Muslims are. I don't know what are the difference um between like marriages around the world, but don't they work like pretty similarly everywhere? Marriages? Well, maybe no. I don't know. Let's see. So let's do the setup for. Okay, charge setup has more stuff going on, but let's keep every setup where it should be. So I'm gonna delete this part, or yeah, I'm gonna delete this part. I'm gonna bring it over to here. So here I'll do. This is no longer going to be stump. This is gonna be the setup, the attack setup timer, and I'm going to use the attack setup timer over here. And we want a number here. Like this is just a number. So on switch, we're going to have a switch here. So switch in the case that we're going to have, yeah, let's do a number first. Let's do int I or int animation number, and it's gonna be whatever. Let's just 0, and we're gonna do, well, let's do -1 so it catches the error. And here we're gonna have if, or we're gonna filter through what? To the current movement state, probably. Current movement state. So here is gonna be, if it is movement states dot stomp setup is gonna be equal to, or sorry, let's do case case animation number equals big guy animation handler dot stump, you know, whatever that number is, and we're gonna do a break over here. And when life you say, what is your religion? Please don't be angry, dude. No worries at all. I won't be angry or anything. I'm not a religion. I don't profess any religion, although I do respect religious people, but I don't have anyone myself. Um, yeah, let's see. Case movement states dot. We have the charge setup. Charge setup is gonna be, let's do break. Here, animation number equals big guy animation handler dot charge. And yeah, let's move it here. Let's do stomp. Let's do charge stomp, and the other one is, well, actually, the current movement state should be set to something else. You need to say atheist. I don't believe, although 90% of 99% of my country is Christians Catholics. I used to be too. Yeah, and here I think, well, Chile, the main religion, like the religion everyone, or mostly everyone, how is it, like professes? Like, yeah, what they believe in is Christianity. Christianity here in Chile. All right. So let's see. Case movement states. Yeah, the last one left is fists slam setup. Let's do break, and we need to make the current movement state equals movement states dot charge. Here, I'll do current movement state equals movement states dot stump. Here, the last one is current movement state equals movement states dot fists slam, and animation number is whatever the number on the animation handler is for the fist slam. That's it. So now that we have that, instead of um, calling this like everywhere, we're just gonna do in here, instead of stomp or just fist slam or just charge, we're gonna do animation number. So we can use that instead. And Moin Life, you say they believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord, and we believe that He is the messenger. Now they have distorted the gospel, but the Quran remains preserved. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not into arguing who's distorting what and who is doing what and who is doing the other thing. Uh, for me, I just let people be, and they should believe in whatever they think or whatever they believe. Like that's fine. That's fine for me. All right. So in here, I'll just do. Mm, well, this was for the other part. I guess I don't need this anymore. I don't really need this anymore. So let's get rid of this. Now, for the charge setup, we have a little bit more functionality. So these parts over here, we don't have on the other parts. So we need to make sure that those are happening on the other charge. And when if you say I respect your religion, Nick, I just want to explain to Roman. Um all right, I think yeah, this is mostly the same. So what we can do is we can grab charge setup timer. I don't think I'll need to I don't think I'll need to reset it. It's just gonna be this part. It's gonna be that part, and I'm gonna put the charge setup over there. So let's do here. Case, movement states, charge setup, and it's gonna be the same for every single one of them, except for this. So here, the direction. What am I actually doing with this? I set the motor that base velocity equal direction dot charge speed. All right, that's like super specific to the charge. But do I need to do it over here? I don't think so. I think I can do specific functionality over here. And what does it say? Local permit. Okay, yeah. So I just get rid of this, and that should be fine. Like that's just for the charge. That's a lot more. Yeah, it's like very simplified now. You say, to be fair, Christians do claim he's a messenger too, but additionally, he's also God, like his son or something. Mm, okay, let's see. Fislam. Yeah, I think we can get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of this part. Because I don't think there's any difference between these two. From the stump and the fistlam. It's just returning to the walking animation. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. I think that is it. So let's see. Now, We have the one part done here, but actually, this is gonna throw a lot of errors on the other script that was using some of the methods over here. And one left you say, how can a god be incarnate in human form, send a message, and have points of interest, drink and eat? Dude, don't ask me. Don't ask me about that. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So we need to fix those. Let's see. Instead of calling the fist slump setup, every time we call for a setup, we're calling attack setup. So it's gonna be attack setup. And what do we need to define? We need to define. And Nick, you say, yeah, that's kind of the point. I don't know. Christians say he's 100% human and 100% God, and to me it makes no sense. Okay, so let's grab the movement state. So the movement state should be what's the movement state? The movement state is, yeah, we're gonna need to get it from the big guy movement dot. What's gonna be the movement state? It's gonna be mm, fists. Yeah, movement states dot. There we go. Um, fist slam setup, I guess. Let's go in here. Let's see how it works. Attack setup, we need the movement state. We're gonna set the current movement state to that. Okay, yes, since it's a setup, we just wanna do that. Now, the other thing is the animation number. So whatever the big guy animation handler that fists slump setup is, then we're also gonna need the fists slump setup time. Yeah, attack setup time. So it's gonna be fist slump setup time and fist slump time. That should be a proper call to our new function. It does take a lot of stuff, but I think it's like way cleaner than what we had before. And Kailash Verma says, "Is Asno here?" What's up, Kailash? Welcome. No, it's not here. No, not here. Say, big guy, my favorite character. Yeah, it has a silly name, but he's gonna beat you hard. My life is a smart Nick. When Muslims nowadays send messages to their elders to teach them, they convince them that they are wrong, but they don't convert to Islam. All right, so now, how will the other, like the charge setup look like? It's gonna be attack setup. It's gonna be big guy movement, big guy movement dot, and it's gonna be for what? Since this is for charging, it's gonna be charge setup, big guy animation handler, charge setup. Let's do charge setup time. Where is this? I don't have that defined. I thought I had it defined. Is it not here? Let's see. Charge setup time, charge speed. Charge setup time and charge setup. Yeah, it's not there. So let's make it be there. And we're not gonna need this timer. Charge time. Yeah, basically, yeah, that. So for our charge, we just have our charge speed. That's good. Now, where am I having problems with that? On charge. While I'm charging. And what is this for? Movement states function. Yeah, because I just do charge over here. But yeah, we'll need to take care of this. We'll need to take care of this. Some just don't want to think about it. Give me a second. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so yeah, this thing is gonna throw errors just because this charge timer, it was like associated to only the charge, but we need to like now we have not only um like we're not gonna have one timer for each attack. We're just gonna have an attack timer and an attack setup timer. So we can use those depending, like the value is gonna change depending on what attack setup we do. But it's actually gonna be like just one for everyone. And Big CL is here. It says, Joe, what's up? Remember me? Yeah, what's up, Big CL? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Uh, how is it going? And when left you say Roman, add time that delta time. It is in there. Let me show you. So instead of using time that delta time, we're using fixed delta time because we're using fixed update. And if you don't know what the difference are, is basically delta time is depending on the frame rate, but fixed update is always the same time. Like no matter what, it's gonna like calculate the same time so it stays the same. And I just learned that like what 1 month ago. uh but or rather using fixed update instead of update. But yeah, that's it. So we are in here, for example, where we have our timers. Instead of doing time minus time that delta time, I'm doing minus time that fixed delta time, so we are taking into consideration like the time that's transcurring. All right, so let's see. We have to let's do the calls first from the other side, um, uh, and then yeah, and then we fix the other part. So let's do header here for our charge, and I think the charge should be before. So let's do the charge over here, and we're gonna have some variables. So it's the same as we had for the other ones. For every attack, we're gonna have two timers. So it's gonna be a private. It's gonna be like one timer for the setup and one timer for the attack. Basically, how long is the big guy or boss gonna be setting up that attack, and how long will that attack take? You know, like how long will it be attacking? You know, so here we'll have um, charge setup time of one, and here serialized field, so we can see this on the inspector. Private float charge, charge time. So this one is gonna be 0.5. So we're gonna charge the attack, or rather, or boss is gonna charge the attack for 1 full second, and then it's gonna attack for half a second. Like this is gonna happen only for the charge, or at least that's the time for the charge. Now, we need to call this with the appropriate times. So let's go over here. And I think I'm gonna make this parts be like I'm gonna structure it differently, so it's a little bit easier to see. So here, over here, and we're gonna put this charge setup time and charge time. I think those are the ones that's asking us. So yeah, it's the attack setup time and the attack time. This is only for charge timing or charge timer. Now, in here, I'm gonna just do the same that I did over there. So it's a little bit more structured. And by the way, Big Shield, are you still here? Are you still here? How are you, Big Shield? And Mr. Ducky, you say, it's me. What's up, Mr. Ducky? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? All right. So let's separate this so it's just a little bit easier to read. Let's go over here, and that's it. So now that's no longer going to throw us errors, but I would like to transform this other thing that we had over there to what we actually need. So instead of stomp setup, we're going to do attack setup. And Mr. Lucky, you say, remember me? Yeah, of course I remember you. You were here yesterday. And welcome to the stream. Welcome. So here, we're going to do big guy. I don't know why people I don't know why people think I forget everyone. Like I remember yeah, everyone. I don't think I have forgotten anyone, but Mr. Spark, I remember I almost forgot his name because it was like 8 or 9 months ago I had seen him for the last time. And Nate, you say, "Hey Roman, remember me?" A little bit. I'm not actually sure. Of course, of course. And when Lev, you say the biggest problem I was having was the player's height of the ground, as it created problems with climbing. Um, yeah. So, were you able to fix it? And Mr. Ducky, you say, "Oh, my avatar was saved." Yeah, it is saved. So whenever you join again, you're gonna get your character back. Well, it's saved on my computer, I think. I believe. So I need to like do backups. Okay, let's do big guy movement. Um, movement states. This one is gonna be for what was it? Stomp setup. And what do we need for here for this? It's gonna be big guy animation handler. Stomp setup. And that's it. We can move it right here, and it should be fine. Now, I don't want to use this one. I just want to use the attack setup, not this one. So let's see. This should be fine. We shouldn't have any problems with that. And we are doing the correctals all over the place, so fine. Now let's move on to here, and we need to rework this one as well. So on charge, we're using it's basically going to be the same for every single one. So we're gonna do instead of charge, it's gonna be like attack. So on attack, we want to have the attack timer be reduced by minus equals time that fixed delta time. And here, when our attack timer or countdown gets to 0 or less, we're gonna do all of this. And yeah, we probably need to. Yeah, I'm not going to restart it. I don't think I need to restart the timer because I'm gonna set it whenever I call the setup. You say also, why are we lower than before? Lower in what sense? And Mr. Ducky, you say, can you make flight magic like that? The character can fly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll do something like that. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure if I'll do something like that. Just because I don't know. I'll probably like have to balance it in avatar sense. I don't know. You've always been there. Always been there. Oh, like lower in terms of like people, like how many avatars there are. It's just varies from day to day. If that's what you're talking about. Or feats were higher. No, it's always been like that. It's always been like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm like giving it another thought. If I could introduce like flying, the thing is, for certain areas, I would like have to limit you, uh, limit you from flying. Say so. Our feet has been on screen. I literally haven't touched anything. I haven't touched anything. So if you notice any difference, I don't know what to tell you because I haven't touched anything for real. All right. So here on finish charge and anything, I'm just gonna do yeah attack, and after the attack timer ends, and this happens while an attack, while an attack is active. Mm, yeah, reset the values back to normal, and we're good. Now, if I fist stomp. Yeah, this is basically the same. Finish attack. It's basically the same as the charge. So I could just do instead of using the charge over there. Where is it? Let's do charge or attack because we're not using it for anything. We could just do nothing in here. Mm. Well, I actually need to set the base motor that base velocity equals new vector 3. Yeah, let's see what the differences are. Let's see what the differences are. Say be right back. All right, Ducky, Mr. Duck. Let's see. So on well, the attack setup doesn't change that much, but here, maybe have some. Welcome back to the stream, Mr. Ducky. Maybe here I need to add some more stuff only for the charge. So I'm gonna do here if the current, well, I would need to do it before then, because I'm gonna switch the current movement state. So yeah, I'm gonna do it over here. If the current movement state equals movement states dot charge, I'm going to basically add these other things here from the attack. So it's just they can move and whatever. This needs to be reset. I don't know if I'm doing it there, so I'm just gonna grab this and see if that's already on there. No, I don't think it is. And how will it work if... Yeah, how will it work otherwise? Like, do I have to... I probably have to set the can move to true again. And lock rotation to target false anyway. I don't know. And TGK 42556 says, you look like a mix of Nick A30 and Mbappe. Well, I get the Mbappe one, but I don't know about Nick A. I don't know the guy. Or I don't know the... I just see... or I know the name, but I haven't seen him. And you say you seem smart as hell. And I don't know what ASW means. But thank you. Thank you. All right. So yeah, I don't know if I'll actually need that, but we can try. We can try. Yeah, let's just comment this part and let's go and try if it works. Because here on movement charge, I'm not going to be using this anymore. I'm going to be using basically the same thing for all of the attacks. So on stomp, first stomp, on charge. So let's do movement states. States dot charge. So it should be like it should detect and add the last part over there, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be necessary at all. And oh, as well, that's what it means. You say, are you coding for a game? Yeah, I'm coding it for a game. I don't know if it's gonna be all right. Let me show you what the game is. Probably we're gonna have issues because I was just making this. So it could be like full of errors. But yeah, let me show you what we have. We're just working on this boss over here, and Dark CL says, "Hey, what are you doing? I'm working on a game. Welcome to the stream, by the way." So yeah, a lot of problems happening. A lot of problems. You see, I get errors. But let me show you the other parts of the game so you know what we're working on here. Because yeah, I was just reworking some other stuff, so it's throwing us errors. So you're this silly little guy over here. You're a wizard, and what you need to do is basically you need to get into those zones over there. Yeah, into those zones over there, and when you get there, some enemies are going to start appearing. So you need to beat them. And how do you beat them? You press Control, and you have your spells showing up there. So for example, I could do down, left, left, and I'm gonna get like a basic magic projectile. So I can use it this way. Then I could do like up, left, left, up, and that's gonna get me my fire spell that does like damage on over time, you know. I also have like an ice bomb, which slows down enemies and hurts them on an area. And the last one that I have is chain lighting, which stuns enemies on an area too. So yeah, that's it. That's the game, and currently I'm just working on making a boss. And also, when you destroy this cube over here, you're gonna get like another Aria spawning, you know? And Dark Sail, you say, what engine are you using? I'm using Unity, Unity version 6. And Noel says hello. Hi, bro. What's up, Noel? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And Mr. Ducky, you say, oh, to cast magic, you use arrow keys. Yes, that's how you select them. And TGK4256, you say, is it gonna be uploaded to Steam? Yes. And if you did, would you be able to like add the ability to bind the spells to specific keys? I'm not sure. Probably some of them. Probably some of them. Maybe like one or two. But the main thing would be like making it so you need to like really press all the stuff, like you need to feel like a caster, you know? More complex spells are gonna require like more skill to be casted, and that's it. But yeah, probably one or two could be like binded to a key, so you can use them like easily. And no, you say you are in this chat as well. Yeah, so the game that I'm playing is the one that I'm making. If you want to try it, like there's a version out that you can try for free on the second link on the description. For free, like you can just go in there and you can see like all the games that I made so far. And currently, this is the one, Wizard Game Untitled. We don't have a title for the game, but we're gonna give it one when we actually get a little bit more like further, because this project is like just in version, getting to version 0.2, so it's pretty early on development. And you can just say download now, and no thanks, just take me to downloads, or donate me if you want to donate me. But yeah, you can like play it for free. Just say no thanks, just take me to downloads, and you'll be able to download the game. Only for PC though. Say, my brother, you need to fill your pockets with money from the game. Uh, and no, you say hello again. Hello. Yeah, I changed the order. And you say I'll try it now. TGK, you say I'll try it now. And how much will the game be sold for if it's on Steam? I am not sure about the price, but I think it's gonna be like the most price I'm gonna like charge is gonna be like either $15, and the lowest I would charge is like 5. But I think it probably is gonna be like between $5 and $10, and the values are gonna be adjusted depending on your country or your currency, basically. So yeah. And the name of the game, it doesn't have a name. It's just called Wizard Game Untitled for now. Say, Mr. Ducky, do magic up, 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 please. Maybe with another spell. We still like adding a spell to the game. It's really a lot of work. Like you need to have like program the ability, like doing the visual effects, doing sound effects. Like it includes like a lot of work, so I can't take it lightly and start adding stuff. But yeah, what are we working on today? Well, this guy over here. Let me activate it so you can see this. Here, this guy is gonna be our first boss for the game, and I plan to have it working for the next version of the game. So I was in the middle of reworking his animations, so you'll probably not be able to like see him working for now, cause yeah, I was just reworking him. But here, I think you should be able to see some of his animations, like the walking animation. But yeah, he got stuck there. Like he's getting like an invalid state in torso. Yeah, probably a bunch of errors over here. So he's gonna probably like get stuck when he gets those errors. Yeah, he just got stuck. So we need to fix that. Yeah, it has no name yet. And TGK, you say, to be honest, I know some of my friends would pay like 5 max, and others would pay like 10. So I don't know what price would maximize profits. Maybe like 7.5. Um, yeah, I'll see how I price it later. Like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but at the same time, I get it. I get it. Like, uh, I I bought place or I bought games too, so I know I'm not gonna make it like super expensive. Yeah, Steam is gonna take 30%. Like I need to like take into consideration all the time that this involves. Yeah, piracy is always an option. Like if you pirate my game, you're like directly stealing from me. Because I'm the only one working on this. If you were to pirate my game, you would really make a lot of damage. um okay, so let's see. We have everything for like every single attack works exactly the same. It's just I think it's just there seems to be like invalid, yeah, invalid state in fit state sector. All right. So that means the number here uh doesn't match with any other animation. Yeah, it doesn't match with any other animation. Let's do big guy animation handler. Let's get in there and yeah, over here we should have like animations for every single piece. But what could be the problem? This animation number. I would like to know after I do the switch statement. I would like to know uh what's the value of that number. So let's do animation number and let's display it over here. Let's do animation number. Let's save it and let's see if we can get the number showing up. Morning Life, you say, I advise you, Roman and Nick, to apply to Rockstar because you are both good. They might be strict, but maybe you can succeed. Yeah, I don't know if Rockstar's looking for the skills I have. But yeah, I'm good now. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day. All right. So what's the number? The number is -1. So that means I haven't called it here. Or okay. Yeah, I see the problem now. This shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be here. Because we just changed the way this worked. So current movement state, that's fine. I think that should make that go away. At least that problem should be fixed now. Now let's play again and let's see if this guy moves correctly. Because we really didn't change anything mechanics wise. So I don't know. Let's call. Well, we don't have animations for. We don't have animations for the fist slam. So let's do the stomp. So just so we can see if there is something going on. And I'm gonna get rid of this part over here. Like I'm just gonna do. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, when he gets close enough to me, she should be doing the switch. And Drellon is here. Drellon Gaming says hi. What's up, Drellon? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Um, yeah, this is not. Is this being called? I need to know. I think it should be called. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. Mm, I say good evening. Good evening to you too. Um, yeah, what time is in your country, Drellon? This here is 5:33. So what time is it for you? Okay, yeah, we'll put it back to walking. 29 or 21, 33, 33. Cool, cool. Yeah, the same. Nice. And Kileshwar Berma says, "Is Asnok here?" No, it's not here. Are you Asnok with? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're Asnok with other accounts. And TGK, you say, I know it's not much, but I donated $1 on your website. Thank you very, very much, TGK. Dude, it is very, very appreciated. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Um, so thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Mm. And Moinlef, you say, did I convince you to double the price? No, I don't think I'm gonna like make it pricey. Like, I know, like, I don't want to charge. I want to charge a fair price. Like, I want to charge a fair price. So, like, I get contribution from my work, but also like people can like pay it without feeling guilty about it. And Kalash, you say, Kalash looking for Asnok. Yeah, I think you're just using like two accounts. And TGK, you say, of course, I got a free game as well. And where else are you streaming? I'm streaming on YouTube two times. So, yeah, if you see I'm chatting with other people, it's because I have a horizontal stream going on. So, yeah, if you prefer, go to the horizontal stream. You can click the channel and go to the normal stream, the one that doesn't say vertical first. That's the best one, honestly, because you get your own avatar there that you can customize, and also the layout is way better. So if you are on vertical, I would suggest you switch to horizontal. And Nick, send it there. Send the link to the horizontal stream. And TGK, you say, well, about the free game. Are you working on a game, or which is the free game? Nick, send it there. I'm gonna make sure. Let me see. I'm gonna send it on the description. All right. Yeah, Nick send it. Yeah, the characters are not spawning now just because there's like a mini game happening. But they should spawn as soon as the mini game ends. Oh, the demo game to test. Okay. It's the second link on the description, but I'm gonna send the link to you anyway. So it's over here. Let me copy it to you. That's the link. It should show up in a couple of seconds. And Asnok is here, says, I'm asleep yesterday, so I can't join. But today, this live, the first video of my feed. Well, welcome to the stream, Asnok. Yeah, no worries, no worries, understandable. And have a good day. All right. So let's see. Because uh we should be calling this attack setup. And let's see if we are. Well, is attacking is set to true here, but on setup, do we need to put the is attacking value or variable over here too? Mm, yeah, let's see. Because what are we doing over here? The one chunk that we commented. That's the one chunk we commented. All right, let's reread this and TGK, you say, are you a full-time coder? Yes, that's what I do. I do Monday through Friday. I'm here coding, and also, well, I code the rest of the day. I also code, but I'm on stream just for regularly 4 hours, uh, doing this game. Okay, so let's read what we have over here so we can maybe get where the problem is. We have this start. Big guy brain script. Yeah, that's good. We don't need to take anything on start. Now, on attack setup, we do the lock rotation to target. We are going to keep. And Jay the Goat is here. Says, I'm back, Roman. Hope your day is going great. Thank you for joining, Jay. Really, really appreciate it. And how are you? Yeah, my day is going fine. How are you? Um, okay, so the setup timer, fine. Movement state, fine. Now what else? What else? Because I think, um, well, I don't think I'm missing something. Like I'm not missing anything in here, and maybe animation number might be incorrect over here. I don't know. So, Jay, you say I'm good. Well, I'm very, very glad to hear that. Mm, yeah, let's look at the GitHub changes. So maybe we can tell what are we changing that's messing us up. And that's another cool functionality or cool thing about having GitHub is that you can just look what you just changed. So stump setup, I do the attack setup, big guy movement, stump setup. Yeah, so the real changes are in big guy movement here. Mm, yeah, this got fixed. Charge setup time. Yeah, I got rid of the times. We just have attack setup timer and attack timer. Now, over here on the attack setup, and is Miho here? I don't know if Miho is here. I don't know. It's like I actually can't see who is here like all the time. I just know when they're chatting. I can see them. He was here. He was, but I'm not sure if he's here. Okay, so for charge setup, we just do, yeah, charge setup timer, we move it, and charge movement state or current movement state equals movement states that charge setup. All right. So maybe there's a problem there. No. And Nick is like probably asleep, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully he is sleeping. Mm, okay, so let's look at GitHub again. Mm, yeah, charge setup, like everything is fine here. Maybe on the other part, like on the attack setup, I have other things going on. Mm, fist slam, movement charges, movement stakes. You know what? I think I'm gonna like need to lock in for this one. I'm gonna need to lock in for this one. So let's give it another view of what's happening. And I think yeah, after the mini game, I think I'll leave it there. I'll leave it here. Let's see. Yeah, the animations are working fine. I just don't know why the stomping is not getting called. Yeah, after some seconds, should call the setup. Just not doing it. And I don't see any errors on the console. And Drellin Gaming is a very good game. Well, thank you. Um, yeah, I think like this guy is like completely broken. Like he's not going into charge state again. He's not going again. Um, I need to see what's making it not work. Because here when I finish the attack, I'm letting it know. So it's gonna go to charge. Let's see. Let's see what happens on setup. Because on setup, what I do is I basically reset the or start putting the setup timer towards 0, like a countdown, and then yeah, I'll need to figure this out. So yeah, I'm gonna look in after the stream, but I'm gonna leave the stream here. So give me a sec. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, if you can join. So see you next time, guys. Take care and bye bye. Tactical flashbang. Yeah, sorry for the people that are in the dark. It's very bright in here. But bye bye. Take care.